Hey!
Yo, 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day.
Yeah, so we have our guest co-host Porsha Williams back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Big Porsha, not the little one.
That's
okay,
right.
with the big P.
That's right.
And today is also International Women's Day.
Yay.
Drop a bomb for all the women out there.
Why y'all don't have the day off? Ain't you supposed to have the day off on your days?
No, I only got 4 days with y'all. I ain't about to miss a day.
Oh, okay.
I'm here to represent the women. That's how we're going to do
There
that.
you go.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
You was here early.
Because I got a lot of rest yesterday. I had a
Jesus.
whole nap. People was trying to get me out in the streets, and I said, this 4 a.m. don't play. And I got up real early.
She got here 5:05.
Not that early. Wasn't that
It was
early.
like 5-10 minutes after the hour. I said, Jesus.
Porsha was trending all day yesterday from what I heard.
Ooh,
I was told.
For what?
For what? Which one? Why?
Who said that?
I think it was the Tamron Hall comments. I think.
Was that or was it in Kenya?
I think.
No,
Maybe
yeah,
it's both.
it was that. No, because y'all didn't post King until like later that night, and then that went up. So yeah, we double went up
Double
yesterday.
down?
Yeah,
There
we
you go.
did.
I think Lonnie Love said something to you.
Y'all got me up here running my mouth.
That's the point. It's
Well,
a
you know
radio
she
show.
had to give her testimony, so I just said amen.
I'm sure we're going to talk about that in the rumors.
Yes.
And then we got Tammy Roman and Remy Ma joining us. They got a new movie, Girl in the Closet. We're going to kick it with them as well.
Yes.
Okay. And now is Angela Rye joining us this morning?
She is for Front Page News.
That's right.
Yes.
So women all around us this morning. Let's get the show cracking. Front Page News is next. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Porsha Williams, our co-host, our guest co-host this morning. And it's time for Front Page News. Good morning, Miss Rye.
Good morning. So the Women's History Month newsmaker today is Jennifer McClellan, who is sworn in as the first Black woman to represent Virginia in the United States Congress. She's replacing Donald McEachin, who succumbed to colorectal cancer, and she won a special election to represent the Virginia 4th Congressional District. She's said to be the first Black woman from Virginia, the birthplace of both American democracy and American slavery and massive resistance, is poetic justice. So shout out to Jennifer.
Dropping the food bombs for Jennifer.
And we also have, this is a sad story. I'm sure you all have been following the kidnapping at a Mexican border city on Friday. 4 Americans were kidnapped. 2 only survived. They were abducted at gunpoint in what appears to be a mistaken identity case. The alleged Mexican cartel mistook the 4 victims as Haitian drug smugglers, according to United States officials. Shaid Woodard and Zindell Brown have been found deceased. Eric Williams, who was shot twice in one leg and 1 time in the other, and Latavia Washington McGee, who is a mother of 6, both survived and are now being treated in a United States hospital. It's being reported that the group crossed the border from Brownsville, Texas for medical procedures. The kidnapping, of course, puts the southern border security issues right back in the crosshairs, especially escalating the tension around the folks who have been battling around what best practices we have for securing the southern border. But I do want to remind you they did cross the border.
I wonder, were they targeting like people? Or were they looking for a specific set of Haitian drug smugglers, or just anybody that they thought was Haitian drug smugglers was going to get it?
I heard they've been warring though. I heard it's been heavy gunfire over there and going back and forth. So they probably were just wrong place, wrong time. And
Dang.
And why'd they kill 2 and let the other 2 survive? Like, how'd the other 2 get away? Like, this is a strange, sad story.
It is.
And had they had the procedures already or not?
I don't know.
No,
Oh,
they had not had any procedures. That part I know. The other 2 questions that Envy and Leonard raised, I don't know the answer to. But I know that we'll continue to follow the case, and we'll certainly keep their families in our prayers. That is a traumatic incident for those that did not survive and those that did.
Absolutely.
Wow, so sad.
We have one more. There's 17 fire and police personnel who have now been charged in connection with the deadly beating of Tyree Nichols. You all, of course, are aware of that case from Memphis, Tennessee. 4 fire department personnel were charged. 3 of the employees were fired and one was suspended. Additionally, 13 police employees, not just officers, were charged as a result of the city's investigation. Charges against 2 of the police employees have been dismissed. 7 were fired, 3 suspended, and 1 retired before the hearing could take place.
Damn.
More information will actually be released today in this case, along with 20 hours of video and audio associated with the January 7th deadly incident. We know Tyree was just 29 years old. May he rest in power, and may the police stop killing us.
So he's just going to retire and keep his benefit.
That's right. He had to get that pension. You're not about to fire me and cause me to lose my pension.
And as long as the laws are on the books that allow police to escape accountability, whether we're talking about the local, the state, or the federal level, they'll continue to do just that, and they'll continue to get away with killing us.
Where does qualified immunity play into all of this, Angela?
Well, that's just the thing, right? In Memphis, we know that qualified immunity has been challenged on the federal level. Still, that bill, that George Floyd Justice and Policing bill, has not been passed. Earlier this year, right around the Tyree Nichols killing, there was conversations at play, and you heard Senator Tim Scott, who sits on the Republican side of the aisle, that any bill related to qualified immunity challenging these same principles would be dead on arrival in the United States Senate, even with the Republicans not having the majority. That, of course, does not apply to what happens on the local and state level. But let me remind you, this is Tennessee.
All right. Well, that is front page news. And some quick sports. I just want to tell you, Daniel Jones, Giants quarterback, he signed a $160 million contract.
What a waste of money. What a waste of money.
And they placed
what a waste of money.
Saquon Barkley on the franchise tag. That means he gets a guaranteed $10 million. And they have until July 17th to work out a long-term deal with Saquon.
They gave that mediocre-ass quarterback $163 million, but threw Saquon $10 million.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Saquon's getting up in age a little bit, but damn.
And I think they should have gave Saquon a lot more.
Yes.
But Daniel Jones had a great year, so I guess they're basing it off of... he had a great year last year.
Mediocre.
He had a great year last year.
Mediocre.
Way better than Dak.
Mediocre.
All right.
He did not have a better season than Dak. You gonna sit here and just tell a lie like that?
Yes.
You would. You a white man, bro. Porsha told you was a white man yesterday.
She didn't say I was a white man.
Here you go saying that a mediocre... Here you go saying a mediocre white quarterback had a better season than Dak Prescott.
Hear me say it.
Yes, I heard you. Loud and clear. She did.
All right.
Hell, he did not have a better season than Dak Prescott.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can call us up right now and get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Miss Rod, we'll see you next hour. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest. Wake up. Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, hey, it's DJ from Cleveland.
DJ from Cleveland. What up? Get it off your chest.
What up, DJ?
What up, man? Hey, what up, Charlamagne? First thing first, Charlamagne, man. Get me throughout the day, man. I'm telling you, at the end, keep it up, bro.
Love, King. Appreciate that.
No doubt. Hey, Envy, man, you used to be my boy, man. I still got love for you, but I don't like the way you did Donnell Rawlings, man, when he was on the show and made that man put the money up talking about spell that word. Why you do my man like that, man?
Yeah, no, for people that don't know, I bet Donnell Rawlings, I think $100 that he couldn't pronounce a word right or something like that, or couldn't spell a word, and he couldn't. Me and Donnell go way back. We started morning radio with each other a long time ago with Miss Jones, and we used to have those type of games. But Donnell's the homie.
I'm tired of you giving things context and you don't even know how to use the word context.
Shut up.
But you want to clown
He
Donnell.
always taking words out of character. That's my thing.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. I got into a fight with context and I lost. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's me, Sonny, man. Nice to meet you guys. What's going on?
Morning.
Get it off your chest.
All right, listen, man. You're not going to play my boy Daniel Jones like that. I just want to break down the contract so that way you get a better understanding of
Well, before we do, I just want to say Daniel Jones did have a better season. His rating was higher than Dak Prescott's.
Man, stop lying. Why are you looking at it right now?
No way. Listen,
He had 3,200 yards. Dak had 28 yards. Dak had 15 interceptions. Daniel Jones only had 5. Yes, he had a better season.
No, he didn't.
Yes, it is. Check the stats. I just looked it up.
No, he didn't.
Charlamagne.
Yes.
You tell me. Listen, Charlamagne. Can you tell me what wide receiver was Daniel Jones throwing to? Just name one.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham don't play for the Giants.
Okay, Mike, back to my point. This man, and I call him a brother because he got legs of fire. You see what I'm saying? This brother was able to make it to the playoffs without any no-name wide receivers. In fact, their number one wide receiver was picked up in the middle of the season.
You act like Dak had a plethora of wide receivers to throw to. Like CeeDee Lamb is cool. He's really good, right? Inconsistent sometimes, but really good. But other than that, who do we got?
Right. That's not the point.
It is
Dak
the point.
Prescott has an entire. Have you seen Dak Prescott's offensive line? Daniel Jones still has
our offensive line was hurt a lot. Our offensive line was hurt a lot this year.
Girls, football season's coming back in a couple of months, so we'll rehash this conversation in a couple of months.
Exactly. So,
Porsha's here.
What I really wanted to say was that 140 million. You see what I'm saying? That 140 million, only 82 million is guaranteed, meaning that over a span of 4 years, Daniel Jones can get about 20-something million. So
Gotcha.
even though the contract sounds high, the guaranteed money is, you know what I mean? It's not.
Okay.
So
thank you. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Get it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, what's up, Envy?
What's up, Trav?
Charlamagne, what's up, Sean?
Trav, what up, sis?
I'm chilling. Listen, y'all got somebody up there today?
It's Porsha, yeah.
It's me.
What's up, Miss Porsha? How you, baby?
I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. I want to talk about Nicki Minaj, right? So she dropped a new song, Ruby the Red Please, and she killed it. Like I think she got bars, and I love the song. But two things can be true. Her fan base is so delusional.
Wait,
I
what?
hate
You know Porsha.
Porsha's a Bob.
Porsha's a Bob. You know that.
I love me some Nicki.
Let me tell you, Porsha. Let me tell you why I hate y'all. So as soon as she dropped, the bars I hit to myself, oh, thank God. It's been so quiet. The girls been so quiet since Nicki been gone. And let me tell you something. The girls have not been quiet.
No, that's not true.
Lola Brooks is out here dropping hits. Will Willis out here dropping hits.
That's right.
The girls is out here running music right now before Nicki out here dropping anything. So that's good. Let's give Nicki what she doing. And let's also make sure we get the girls what they out here doing too.
Very true.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't say I was the president of the Barbs. I just really like Nicki. I haven't heard the song yet, but I know it's good. I think they mean we haven't heard Nicki. Like, we want to hear her by herself. She been doing features
that's not what they mean.
Stuff like that. Well, I would say that's what they mean.
That's not what they mean, because the bars be delusional, girl. Trust me, they be delusional.
You know, they not for nobody but Nicki. That's it.
But all right, y'all. Shout out to J. Cole too. Let's do his new song On the Street featuring J. Ho. Bye.
Goodbye, Trav. Hello, who's this?
It's Jay.
Jay, what up? Get it off your chest.
Man, I just want to get off my chest. Why am I up at 3 o'clock in the morning working while my boss out sipping latte, talking about you protecting the world? What you're really doing is going out camping, peeling potatoes, and saying slingshots. I don't know why you're not here.
I don't know what you just said, King.
Me neither.
Why you trying to tell the boss where he got to be?
Nah, man, because I'm out here at 3 o'clock in the morning, but he ain't here.
Well, he's the boss. What time you got to check in? Does he even come?
Who, me?
The boss.
Him.
Yeah, he got to be here with us, to your team.
No, that's not really how it go when you're a boss.
That's very true.
You kind of hire people to do the job. You delegate, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. I just want to get off my chest, but I still got love for him, though. You know who he is.
Yep, he know who you are, too.
Yep.
You'll be deactivated today, sir.
Yep. It's a wrap for you, sir.
You're going to get Uber.
No, man, much love. Much love, man. Love y'all guys, man.
Please, King, love you, too.
Great.
And I'd also want the record to show that Daniel Jones has a career record of 21-31-1.
We're not talking
about
career.
That's not a person you give $40 million a year to.
I agree. I think they gave him
21-31-1.
But it's not a career. We're talking last season.
I don't care. That's white privilege. 21-31-1, and you get $40 million a year. But then Saquon Barkley gets franchised?
Saquon Barkley definitely should have got a huge contract. I agree with you.
Stop, but let me stay out of Giants business because I'm a Cowboy and I don't care about no damn Giants.
Yes, you do. Get it off your chest, 800-585-1051. Now, we got rumors on the way. Give us a little tease.
All right, so later on, we're going to talk about Lonnie Love. She's spreading love on Twitter, honey. But then we're going to also talk about Young Miami. She said she is single, representing single ladies. And Nick Cannon, well, he has a game show that will seemingly be seeking women who want to have his next child. So it's a game for real. Coming up.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Your love.
We ain't asking for that.
Your love.
We're not asking for that.
Your love.
We don't need none of that, bro.
Your love.
We play enough Chris Brown, enough Drake. We don't need no more light-skinned men singing on the show.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host, Porsha Williams, here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
Let's get to the rumors.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes, on the Breakfast Club.
That wasn't Porsche rumor report intro.
No, it surely was not.
I think you should play Porsche's, Red.
Yeah, where I'm at.
I don't like that, Red. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hey.
That was disrespectful. It was.
This is the Rumor Report.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
Sometimes you say stuff and it's just gonna get you in trouble.
On the Breakfast Club.
Whatever. She don't know my business. I know hers.
There you go.
There she is. All right, I'm back. So last night, all yesterday, Charlamagne came here and told me, your girl was trending. Apparently on a Breakfast Club, it just makes you just say stuff. You just speak your truth. It just is what it is.
It happens like that.
That's what I told my manager. She was like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's just the energy here. It's
Correct.
it's just real.
So what you done did now?
All right. So anyway, I was trending, and Lonnie Love, who I like, is a cool chick or whatever, but she decided to give her testimony.
On
Okay.
what? Lonnie's a friend to the room, by the way. But on what?
On the whole situation with Cameron or whatever. So this is what she tweeted. She said, for my book tour, she said she was interviewed by Gayle King. She was interviewed by Tamron Hall. And, that it was such an honor for them to interview her and, all this, all that. So I said, I came back in. I was like, so touching. It's just so touching.
You are so shady.
For you to share that, it's just so touching at this moment. So,
was she replying to what you said about? You said something about Tamron and her journalism.
Yeah, because I said she's a journalist, but I said it sarcastically. I didn't mean like she's not a journalist. We all know she was a journalist. She came from CNN. We know that. But anyway, so she was coming to attack that, like whatever. So then she came back. She said, "This is not about you, P, and I hope you know that. This is about the fact that there's a difference between a journalist and versus a non-journalist and some other stuff." I didn't respond back after that because there's no need. I'm not trying to have a beef with anybody. I'm just basically in the beginning was talking my experience. Same way DJ Envy, you mentioned your experience. So anyway, it was just this little quick thing she did online, and I'm not going to respond, like I said, because I don't want a beef with anybody. It's not that serious.
And Tamron was Today Show, by the way. I seen it.
She what?
She was on the Today Show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she might have been on CNN. I don't know. I do remember her from the Today Show back in the day.
Oh, Today Show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I remember. But I know she left a big show that was more focused on serious journalism than like
The
how
Today
now
Show.
she's now kind of like, kind of the Wendy Williams vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And two things can be true. You can be a journalist and still dabble in the messiness. You know what I mean? But it's clear that, Wendy Williams is gone. Dr. Phil is leaving. And somebody over there said, Tamron, I think you need to get into the mess a little bit. Yeah, dabble into the mess a little bit.
Get in there and stir it up a bit.
Stir it up. Absolutely.
Yeah, pressure your guest a bit. Yeah, she do a little bit of that. So anyway, moving on. We're going to talk about Young Miami. I love her. City Girls are up right now. She wants everybody to know that she is SINGLE. Yes, I had to look at the paper, okay, because it's early in the morning.
She's single?
She wants y'all to know she's single.
What did that mean, though? Because she was saying she was single when she was with Diddy.
She been saying it the whole time.
That's
now listen
true.
to this.
Okay.
Listen. Well, both of y'all got epic men's in y'all life. So tell me have y'all done a double date yet? What's a double date look like?
I'm single, baby.
She said, "Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry."
What man you saw me with?
You know what? I might have saw some pictures, but I might have been mistaken too.
Yeah, I'm single.
Okay, single.
SINGLE, baby.
Okay, listen. I like to hear it.
Something didn't happen with Brother Love. I'm gonna just say that because she been saying she been single this whole time, just like you just said. When they was on the show, do you have that bite? Play that.
Like, you single, well, we go together. So how would you feel about me telling people that I'm single because we go together?
We go together?
I'm not laughing.
Yeah. Hold on.
It ain't no hold on.
We go together now?
We go
Real
bad. Real bad.
It's the real bad for me.
Well, last time she said she was single, Diddy sent her a Maybach truck.
Oh, so she's trying to get that summer car.
I don't know if she's trying to get
Anybody want another car? Who want all these cars? She's in the house.
I'm just going to say something's going to come now next. It's going to be a car. It's going to be a summer car. It's going to be a helicopter. It's going to be a plane. It's going to be a crib. It's going to be something.
I also saw she said she didn't want to get married, too. I saw that.
But why would you right now? I mean, she's really young. I don't think she sees it. I think the circle that she's in for right now, she's saying she doesn't want to get married. Later
Right.
on, when she gets older, she realizes she wants to date an older man who wants to settle down. Then she'll settle down. But she ain't with that right now.
How difficult is it for a city girl to get married, though? Because if folks have a perception of you, you know what I'm saying, based off your music or your interviews, or they've seen you say you like to get peed on in interviews, does that make it more difficult for someone to want to marry you?
I was going to answer from a point of view before you said the peed on part. So I can't relate to that part of this. So let's just take that the hell out. Okay.
She did say that in the interview with Trina.
But let me say hot girl, single girl, because yes, that was me. I lived my life after my divorce, and it was what it was. On reality TV, I was single. People had a perception of me. But let me tell you something about a real man. When you meet him, he's going to know you for you. He's not worried about none of your past whatsoever. And if you and him,
Even pee?
Ain't nobody peed on me. Okay, let's be clear. That's Breakfast Club news right here. Okay, that rumor it wasn't a rumor.
It was never a rumor. No, it wasn't a rumor.
Well, I'm making it worse.
I'm saying what Young Miami said. Young Miami said that she likes to get peed on.
I mean, that's her sexual, like she
I'm
was. She
saying,
likes in the
does
bedroom.
that make it more difficult for a man to want to marry you in the future?
Because some men want to pee on you too. All right, your husband may want to pee on you too.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying again. My husband has not peed on me.
Yeah,
okay, however,
Porsha.
I'm just got to make it clear.
You just saying you got to find somebody that's cool with the pee.
And she also has to evolve.
But
right?
let
She
me
has to
tell
be
you,
ready for marriage.
if you meet Young Miami and her personality is everything, and she's dealing with you, and she's telling you what her intentions are. She wants to be married. She wants kids. She's ready to settle down, and you want the same. You're not gonna care what she got peed on. She took a shower. Like, who cares?
No, that's true. Everybody got a pass. You know what I mean?
I mean, peed on, the women y'all have sex with without condoms in your past. It is what it is. Everybody has done something. But once you get with that person and you decide that this is what we want to do, you're going to do it.
That is true. That is true.
So
if you like
the Carfax gets cleaned up.
If you like the person, you don't care about the Carfax.
Correct.
First of all, why we got to be talking? This is International Women's Day.
You're right.
So we're not worried about the women's Carfax. Let's worry about the fact that how many Carfax women don't worry about on men. Because we never bring up y'all past. We never bring up the fact that you're the one doing the peeing.
Could you marry somebody? Could you marry a man who gets peed on?
That he gets peed on?
Yeah. Maybe he enjoys getting peed on.
I mean, isn't it warm for the men? Like, they like that.
Happy International Women's Day. Jesus, all right. That is your room
warm,
report.
cozy feeling.
Jesus, all right. Porsha Williams is here. She's our co-host today. When we come back, we got front page news. Angela Rye will be checking in. And next hour, Tammy Roman and Remy Ma will be joining us. They got a new flick, Girl in the Closet. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Unity in the Community. Queen Latifah presents Inspiring People Solving Real Problems. Listen and get inspired to get involved. Start listening when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at the home of storytelling. Audible.com/Breakfast Club. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host, Miss Porsha Williams, joining us today. And it's time for some front page news. Angela Rye, you back?
I'm back. Good morning. Well, you can feel free to file this one under white supremacy mess. Fox News is in the middle of a pricey defamation lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems. And by pricey, I mean Fox is being sued for $1.6 billion for spreading debunked claims that Dominion voting machines were used to rig the election in favor of Joe Biden. As internal Fox News emails and messages surface, it's clear that the on-air hosts, privately dismissed the very dangerous Stop the Steal election lies they were telling to gin up millions of viewers. Rupert Murdoch, Fox's chairman, said Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham went too far in alleging voter fraud during their coverage. Dominion states the channel recklessly disregarded the truth during the 2020 presidential re-election because, quote, the lies were good for Fox's business. Text messages from January 4th, 2021 show Tucker Carlson was relentless in his critique of Donald Trump despite his on-air, full-throated support. In one message, he says, quote, I hate him passionately. He goes on to say that that's the last 4 years. We're all pretending we've got a lot to show for it because admitting what a disaster it's been is too tough to digest. But come on, there isn't really an upside to Trump. And on January 6th, Tucker Slim Shady Carlson calls Trump a demonic force. Well, Fox probably should have just settled this one, y'all. What say you?
What's interesting about that is Fox would have got more ratings just telling the truth. If they would have got on the air and just told how they really feel about Trump, they probably could have prevented the insurrection. And everybody would have been like, oh, my God, Fox News is actually telling the truth about Trump. They'd have killed CNN and MSNBC. I mean, they'd kill him anyway, but they would have killed CNN and MSNBC even more by just simply telling the truth. So it's strange that they would continue to invest in the lies in that moment. They invested in the lies for more ratings when the truth actually would have bought them more ratings.
What's crazy is there actually were news hosts that were allegedly responding to ratings that were declining. And so they started doing this more per what's being reported around this lawsuit. I don't know if that's true. I do agree with you when you look at the ratings every single month, Fox is winning. But it looks like it's because it's an entertainment network based in fiction based on this lawsuit. So we do have one more.
Okay.
Racial profile and much. Drivers of color say they were fired by Lyft and Uber for no legitimate reason. Data from Rideshare Drivers United and the Asian Law Caucus shows 2/3 of Uber and Lyft drivers were deactivated in California and disproportionately impacted drivers of color. 30% of the survey drivers say they weren't given a reason for being deactivated. Uber said a detailed evaluation is done before deactivating drivers and claim they provide multiple warnings before permanently deleting any account. 70% of drivers of color are deactivated compared to 57% of white drivers.
I told you before, I think I told you last week that was a lie, because I know a couple of people actually got fired from it, and there was no reason. And then they finally found a claim, and they said, unless you have a camera in the car, we have to believe the passenger.
Right.
And that happened a lot.
But what about, okay, so do they, you know how we give them ratings, and then they also rate us. So they see it too? They see what we rate them?
I believe they see it, but if you're in a car and you just say a driver was rude to you, or a driver dropped you off at the wrong house, or the driver tried to flirt with you, they deactivate immediately.
Yeah.
They don't ask, and then they ask if you have a camera in your car, and if you don't have your camera in your car and you can't prove, they put you through this long system and they don't allow you to work while they do that.
So that sounds like some racist public doing that to black drivers specifically. It could be the company, or it could be people who are white, racist people who are riding with black people.
The passengers in the car.
Who are lying, yeah.
What does deactivate mean?
They shut their account down.
They shut their account down.
They can't drive anymore. They can't make no money.
Got you.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing that I think is important too. This is actually all drivers of color. It's not just targeting black folks. It's all drivers of color. And Envy, to the point about the ratings, they can't see our specific ratings. They can see their overall number, and they can't get below a certain amount. I hate to tell y'all this, but I was at risk of getting kicked off of Uber because my rating was low. It can't go below a 4.5. And I was like,
I can totally see that. I can totally see that.
I'm just picky, but it was down to like a 4.
I can totally see that.
Anyway, it was down to like a 4.6, and now it's back up to like a 4.78. So I've been nice. I didn't realize that if you don't tip, they get mad and they would like not give you a high score. And I was like, you know what? I should tip. I'm mad that Uber gets 20% of what they make, but that's not their fault. So make sure you tip.
20%. They get I think the drivers get 30% of what they actually charge.
I thought that Uber took 20% of the overall.
No, they take more than that. I think
Really?
Uber and Lyft take like 70% of their profits or 60% of their profits. They don't make that much.
We need to fact check that. Really? 70%?
I think it's like 60-70%. Absolutely.
Call us right now, Uber drivers. All the Uber drivers out there listening.
I know. I want to hear.
Yeah. I'm glad to know that they can't see how I rate them, because in my neighborhood, it's always like the same driver. So I don't be wanting him to know I give him.
Jesus.
I don't be wanting him to know I give him a low rating.
I'm glad that Uber drivers giving Angela Rye 1 star, man.
No, don't say that. That's not happening anymore. I've been delivered.
He's up now.
Thank you, Miss Rye.
Love y'all. Bye.
Have a great day. All right, when we come back, Tammy, Roman, and Remy Ma will be joining us. They have a new movie, Girl in the Closet. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
To all the queens, you are appreciated. It's International Women's Day.
Hello, ladies.
It's the Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. everybody? It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host with us, Miss Porsha Williams, and we got some special guests. We got Tammy Roman and Remy Ma. What up, Tammy?
What's up?
Big Remy, not the little one. What up, Tammy?
Hi, Charlamagne.
What's happening? Y'all up here promoting movies and stuff?
Yes, you know how we do. We got a new one on Lifetime called Girl in the Closet, which is coming March 11th at 8 on Lifetime.
What's the movie about?
So it's based on actual events of this woman who lost her daughter and put her daughter in the custody of her sister, who is a very abusive and toxic individual who takes people and kidnaps them for their disability checks and social security checks.
Like,
what is
basically, listen, my kid get taken by my psycho sister. She's crazy as hell. They picked Tammy to play. She plays the amazing role of the perfect maniac. She's prostituting people. She's kidnapping them, stealing checks.
Yeah,
she's
I'm
like
doing
the
a lot.
ultimate
I'm doing a lot
scammer on every level.
Yes,
and I'm like the heartbroken trying to find my kid.
We've never seen Remy like this before because this character is so soft,
so nice, so sweet,
and maternal and loving, and crying.
Why y'all be playing Rem like Rem don't do both? Rem has shown us both for years.
Listen, what can I say?
Rem is a wife, a mother. You know what I mean? And a gangster.
I don't be understanding where does this narrative come from. Been married.
You don't understand?
I don't. I'm at 15 years. I'm about to be married 15 years.
Yeah.
I have wonderful children. And
listen, I heard Remy on the phone with her daughter last night, and the daughter goes, "So listen, little girl, why you hang up on me?" And I said, to Remy. And I said, I wonder where she got that from.
Have you made the intentional transition, Rem, like away from music? Like to say, I'm going to go do other things?
You still owe us an album.
Not intentional. And it's actually the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So I was like, perfect time to do it. But I've also incorporated my new acting thing into everything. So you got to see when that happens. But when I started doing a lot of talk shows and hosting and stuff like that, oh, wait, that's great. You should do that. And then when I started doing acting, it's like, oh, it's great. But when you talk about it, they're like, no, we just want an album. That's it.
Right.
Walk around the metal detectives. That's all they want. Like, it's crazy.
You have to show them.
So that you disconnect on purpose then?
No, it's not on purpose. I did like 7-8 features last year. I didn't do any solo projects, but in all of them, my part was the best part. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. We talked about that with the 2 Chainz and Pap record. Like, sorry, God, but you got body.
Remy killed it.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, when are we getting your solo album? Because you've been working on it for
you know what I do?
a couple years.
I do. It's been done. It's
So
just,
what you waiting for?
So what happened was after COVID, I got into, during COVID, I got a lot into we was doing State of the Culture. Then I was hosting the Wendy show, and I just was doing so many other things that music kind of got pushed to the back. I was still recording music, still doing different things. Like any given time, hitmakers like, yo, what we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? I work on music, but it's just other things that kind of push it out the way a little bit more.
The same thing with you, Tammy? That's why you disconnected from reality TV, just to show them, like, I want to get into my acting bag.
I just didn't want to do reality anymore. I wanted to go back to scripted. I felt like I had shown enough of my life in terms of that format. You know, y'all all in my business. I feel like I've given it all to you. There's nothing else to say. My kids are grown. And so it's like I wanted to go back to scripted. I wanted to go back to playing characters and doing the things that I love and doing unscripted in other formats, not that ensemble stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, we got Caught in the Act Unfaithful. That's the cheater style show. And I love doing that. And then all my other projects are scripted.
So in this one, it's based off of a true story.
Correct.
So when you do a movie and it's based on a true story, you got to stay real close to the authentic story. You can't be changing it up or none of that. Like, how was that for y'all? How did y'all prepare for that?
Well, this is my second. The first movie I ever did that I actually started was the Big 50, the Rhonda Hood story, based on a woman out of Detroit, and she was like super gangster. She's selling drugs. She's a madam. She's doing all these different things, and it was crazy because she was actually on set while we were filming. So it was like you don't want to portray them in a way that that's not unfavorable to them. And I think when I felt any type of way, I would literally go to the side like, well,
right.
It was like, what was it? It was like one scene where they had her talking to her kids, and just for me being around her, I was like, I don't think she would play with these kids like this. Like the way that it was written, I was like, if your kids, you told them to go to bed and they were still sitting there. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. So I would talk to the director. He's like, whatever you think, to get more into the character, do that. And there was one scene where she had a scene where she was leaving her son, she was missing his games, and I turned to her and she's like on the side crying. And I was like, I really messed it up. I thought I messed it up. She was like, because she was crying. Like, she's a very strong woman, so crying, it didn't look like, it looked like she was pissed. I'm like, okay, I messed that up. And she was like, yo, that was like so touching. So doing that really helped me with this one, especially considering that the person that I'm playing is such a vulnerable situation, like where you lost your child. So, you have to take those things into consideration. Yeah. Plus, I have a kid, so you just factor that in. Like, how would you feel if somebody took your kid?
Yeah. I seen a story, they were talking about Tammy doesn't eat.
Right. I eat.
I've been on set with you.
Yeah.
And I see Tammy eat. There's juices, there's food. I'm like, where is it coming from? Does that ever bother you? Because people would just make up their own stories, their own rumors. But me being on set, I'm like, no, she eats. And she eats a lot.
Yeah, I eat a lot. Well, the thing is, I have a condition that's called body dysmorphia, and I've had it since I was 13 years old. It is a mental disorder based on either trauma or genetics. And what happens with that is the way I look at myself and the way people see me are two different things. And I always see myself, unfortunately, as I'm overweight. There can literally be nothing wrong, but I will find something wrong. You understand? Like, I can find something.
I think this is important. I've never actually heard you even say that you have body dysmorphia. So thank you for that, for a lot of young girls out here. How do you deal with hearing yourself being hard on you and hearing the commenters? How do you shut it out, or how do you do that?
See, here's the thing. When I feel I look good, people will comment and say, you're too skinny. You look like a bobblehead. She needs to gain some weight. All of that, in my mind, is a compliment. So they're viewing it as, girl, get your life together. I'm seeing bones. And I'm like, really?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I look like a crackhead? Thank you. It's like that. It's like that. But I'm a diabetic, too. So, like, all of that comes into play for me. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, leave me alone. Let me deal with my issue and try to work my way through it to the best of my ability, which every day is a struggle.
But we think you can't win for lose, though. We think you're beautiful inside and out. Like, you're a good person, and a lot of people don't know that because they see the reality.
Yeah.
But as a person, outside of that, you are a beautiful person inside out. Me and my wife love you, and we got a lot of love for you.
Yeah.
But you can't win for lose, though, because sometimes they'll say you too thin, but then they'll be like, oh, Tammy be photoshopping her ass in pictures.
Oh,
she got
I'm Photoshop. I ain't got no BBL.
Okay.
But
I'm saying they say both is what I'm saying.
I'm going to fix my pictures.
Right.
Because if you want to see me in the raw, I got a whole page called Bonnet Chronicles for that. You see that bonnet, you see that no makeup, you get it all how you want to live. But on my page, it's gonna be edited down to the ground. But I do not have a BBL. I did get my ass done. I got some shots in my ass way back when, and that's I'll tell anybody the truth. I'm gonna fix what I feel I need to fix. Because of who I am and what I deal with anyway. So if I don't like something, I'm going to fix it.
All right, we got more with Tammy Roman and Remy Ma. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our co-host Porsha Williams is here with us. And we're kicking it with Tammy Roman and Remy Ma. Charlamagne?
Right. It's good to see Remy and Tammy together, especially this grown, evolved version, because 10 years ago, this would be the tag team champion of the world.
What?
We were talking about us. I literally just said us together this could be something here, because this, we're like the same person. We just handle it differently.
Nah, I don't think that's the truth. Because Tammy's triggered too, right? You see this new Tammy? No. So I was on set with Unfaithful, and it's a cheetah show. I'm on a couple of episodes with Tammy helping her out.
That's my partner.
Okay.
And this one girl says something to Tammy, and the whole Tammy changed.
No, because she said, don't make me get out this chair. So I said, if you get up out that chair, you gonna get what you want.
Right.
I dare you.
The host then turned.
Yeah. Everybody was like, oh my God, Tim,
Be the nice guy. Ma'am, please don't get out that chair.
Like,
just sit there.
I don't think you should do that.
Sit right.
When the last time that happened to you, Rem? When the last time somebody talked crazy to you? Yeah.
Nobody really talk crazy to me in person. I tell people all the time, I've changed, meaning that I've changed the way I react to things, the way that I even receive things, because certain things that used to really piss me off doesn't really bother me as much. But be very clear, I'm still the same person, and she's like right underneath the surface. Like, not even like deep down inside. It ain't that deep. Like a paper cut away. I nicked my hand on the wrench, and I'm like, what happened? Like, you got to be very careful. Like, but I feel like I give people respect. Like, I'm not a bully. I don't just go if somebody did something. If I'm doing something, somebody did something.
But Remy, you have a 4-year-old.
I love her.
That's about to start playing sports and go to school, and she's probably going to get into an incident like all kids do.
It's up. I already told her.
What does it's up mean?
I already told her the meaning of cousins, because she's where she's at. We live not too far from you. She's a wonderful school, but she's very close with her cousins that still live in Queens.
Just in case.
She will tell you quick. I'm watching when my cousins come. I'm like, yeah. The power of cousins, you gotta know how it is. But she's so different. She's so sweet. Like, she's me without all the trauma that I went through. Because I feel like I was actually a really nice person before the world just started with me, and I had to prepare myself to deal with the world. But I feel like with me, with my siblings, a lot of my friends that grew up, we all had to grow up. Way sooner than we should have. Like, we didn't really get a chance to be a kid. Like, I want her to be a kid for as long. I want her to play with dolls. I want her to watch cartoons. I want her to, have fun.
Correct.
I don't want her to feel like, because when it happens, it's gonna happen eventually.
That's
I don't want her
right.
to feel that pressure of the world prematurely.
Right.
Are you the same with Pilar?
I'm the exact same way. And I used to be a little tough too back in the day, but having a child, my daughter's also 4, it just automatically changes something in you. I went to anger management for maybe 6 sessions. Out of what I got up from it was the power is given to you as soon as I react. So I almost get like a turn on in order for you to say something to me and me not even react to it. My reactions now, I'll walk away from something being disrespect. And I'll get in my car like, I did that. Even though back in the day I have to show you what I'm gonna do, me not reacting or handling it a different way, it's more powerful for me now. So it does.
That's good, because I haven't gotten
anger management classes made me mad.
Really?
Well, see, it did.
I used to be in there tight. Like, this is stupid. Only thing I learned is my physical cues. Now I be like, I'm getting tight. My hands are sweating.
Why did it make you mad?
Because they sitting there like, once I'm mad, that's it. That's it.
You're supposed to see the cues so you can know to stop.
You can know.
It's all right, Lord. She's a work in progress.
I'm not working on it.
Jesus.
I'm like the Incredible Hulk. Like, don't make me angry.
Now, I gotta ask. I heard you on JCD talking about when Cardi B changes her profile pic to you. When did you see that, and how does that make you feel? Because you just wake up and all of a sudden you trending again.
It make me feel like I really don't be on social media as much as people probably would think I do. Like, if I'm posting something, I'm literally in the moment. I'm like, oh yeah, we're all posting, or somebody's paying me to post. I don't really be. So I just.
But why did she change it? I don't know what's tea, because I feel like there was some tea rooted in that.
No, she was beefing with Nikki at the time, and when they were beefing, she posted her profile pic as
She posted her cousin. She basically don't make me go get my cousin.
She posted her cousin.
But she was
she did what your daughter did. She posted her cousin.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Cardi was in support of Remy. Like,
of course.
Okay, got it.
Don't make me call Remy.
Got it.
I wasn't even doing nothing like at all. Period. I was like chilling somewhere, minding my own little 1-2. That's what I do. I mind my business. Yeah.
It is interesting though, Rim, because like female rap is like, I don't even like to call it female rap, but a lot of women in rap are popping right now.
It's a wonderful thing.
What rapper is out right now that you respect?
I think everybody in their own respect has something that I like about them.
Yeah.
I love Lola Brooke. I like her. Like, she's just so energetic and just seems fun, and she's really like enjoying her moment. I like Glow. I like Glorilla. I like Lotto. I like Spice. I like everybody for different reasons.
Right.
At one point, it was a point where it seemed like everybody was doing the exact same thing.
Oh, it still feels like that a little bit to me.
It's starting to be where you can kind of, okay, this is her sound, and this is what she sounds like, and this is what, like, it's people starting to carve out their little niches, and I think we need that. I've never been a hater. I've never been somebody. I've always been like, yo, I don't know no rappers that started out with money. Like, we all come from the bottom. So when people be talking about, I got this, and that, we all got money. Some got a little bit more than others, but we all came from nothing. So anything that you're doing right now is a plus from where you came from and where you could have been. So I'm just happy to see all of them. I don't really have a favorite because when I see them, it's the same love reciprocate. I'm like, oh my God, I love you. I hope you're enjoying it. And I'm always I'm the one that's always trying to make sure you do this. Are you staying on top of this? Save some of your money. Buy a house. Don't, like, you know what I'm saying? I try to do some of the things that I wish people would have told me earlier on. And that I think that's what it's about. A lot of times people feel like it's always about who can hold a torch to you or who's competition, who's that. Nah, it's not about that. Like, I wish I had somebody that came and was like, yo, I see what you're doing. I appreciate it. Yo, let me tell you something. Let me put you with this lawyer real quick. Let me put you with this financial advisor. Yo, are you into stocks and this and this? Maybe you should look into this. Like, just to give people a different...
But that's people that are secure. That want to share knowledge and information. When you're insecure, it goes back to how you feel like you got to validate your position and hold court. You know what I mean? To make sure people remember, this is what I did, this is how.
But if you're insecure, you probably shouldn't even be in this business because you be ready to you meet the wrong comment.
Insecurity has never stopped anybody. You know, people's just gonna get up in there and get in where they fit in. But I think with music in particular, I am hoping that it gets back to that era that I grew up in, where everybody had their own lane.
Because you got a rapper in your house.
I do.
/ actress.
I do. Yes, Jazz. Hey, shout out to Jazz, who loves you, by the way. You already know that.
Her too. But in the movie with us.
Yes, she is. She plays my daughter, Angela.
Her daughter plays her daughter.
Oh, that's cute. I love that.
But the pen game is what I'm used to with rap, and I feel like all the women were sounding the same, and it's got to be a twerk situation, you know. And I grew up on like Latifah with Unity and Eve with Rough Rider, you know, and Light was doing her thing, and you know, we had all those. Lil' Kim was sexy, you know. Like, we don't have enough diversity in women in rap now, and I would like to see us get back to
you still got that though, and I think even with some of them look the part but still can spit like a JT. You know what I mean? Like, JT can spit to me. Glorilla can spit to me. You know what I mean? Sure. Rhapsody, of course. That's a whole nother topic.
That's a different thing.
Can you spit your gum out, please?
She's in a league of her own.
Can you spit your gum out? You chewing the whole interview?
You gonna wait till now? The interview almost over. Why you gonna make us spit the interview out? Spit the gum out now.
All right, we got more with Tammy Roman and Remy Ma. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our co-host Porsha Williams is here with us, and we're kicking it with Tammy Roman and Remy Ma. Rem, when you got, you know, this new industry, it seems like everybody's telling on each other, right? Snitching immediately. When you got locked up, I'm sure you could have told on some people and not did it.
I couldn't have.
Yeah, who else is involved?
What do you think?
That's not even an option. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, maybe not.
You gotta know what snitching is first.
No, I don't discriminate. There's you're a civilian, so it's not just like if you're telling something, you're cooperating. That's just that. And I feel like a lot of times people are like, well, you know, they're a civilian, and they're like, if you're a civilian, stay hanging with civilians and be around civilians. Don't be a civilian and hang out with people that are like that. Don't do it.
No, but
try to justify what you did because, you know, y'all know it wasn't really like that. And then people that y'all, this is what y'all do, and y'all in that line of work or business, keep these people that's really not built like that away from you, because when the pressure's on, they gonna fall. And I blame both parties. You shouldn't have been hanging with them, and you should have had them around you.
So you saying don't make yourself a witness?
Don't make yourself.
Don't even be over there.
Don't make yourself a witness, because now luckily we live in times where witnesses can just walk around, party, post where they at, and that happens. Like, and I remember a time where your family wouldn't even talk. Your family like, we don't deal with him because they didn't want any problems. Whereas you have to protect yourself, and I tell anybody that, like, that's because I can't tell people how to live. You don't know what their situation. Some people they're in certain situations because that's all they know. That's all they have. Like, you got certain parts of the world where you either gonna be in this gang or you gonna be in the ground. You got to be smart enough to know that you can't just have anybody in your circle, because there will come a time where they're gonna be given the option, and there's no loyalty, there's no codes. Every man is for themselves. And
right.
a lot of the stuff, unfortunately, that we were taught growing up, don't snitch, don't do this, don't do that. We was taught wrong. Like, they taught us,
right.
like, they really had us jammed up thinking, like, but for most of my life, that's why people have this perception of who they think I am, because you couldn't show feelings, you couldn't show emotions, you gotta hide everything. People can only see this part of you, or they're gonna try you, or whatever. And that's not really how you get through life. Once you see what the world really is outside of the hood, outside of poverty, you don't need to be like that. You can be vulnerable. You can, express how you are. You can move accordingly to the way the world works. But unfortunately, for a lot of people that are like us, that look like us, that's not their reality.
That's crazy.
So imagine somebody who's been...
You telling?
I'm telling.
Okay.
I feel like if I'm involved with you and I know the dirt you're doing, even if I didn't partake in whatever the crime may be, but I know, and I'm hanging with you and something go down, no, I'm not telling on you.
Right.
But if we rolling down the road and I don't know you got keys in the back and now they like, these your keys, I'm like, no, they not my keys. Check the trunk. Yeah, I don't know where you going. That's not my I don't know whose it is. I may be like this. I may be like this. I don't know whose it is, but I know it ain't mine.
Saying it's not mine is not the same as saying
it's his.
It's hers.
That's what Gunna did. Gunna said it's not mine. Gunna was in the car. Gunna said the stuff in the car wasn't mine.
Okay, but I feel like that's not the same. People have to understand, and then you have to know your rights. I feel like a lot of times people just be scared.
Yep.
And they be talking. And the goal. Let me just drop something.
Go ahead.
Go
Remy, go.
The goal, because I tell people this all the time. Everybody that is in prison is not guilty.
That's right.
The same way that everybody that's walking around these streets is not innocent. You think every cop, every prosecutor, every DA, every judge got it right every time? But every single person that's in jail? So that's the first thing that you need to understand, that everybody is, and it's not always exactly as it happened. Because think about it, when you tell the story, you're going to try to put it to the way that it favors to you. People don't go in there and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help them God. They bend it, they squeeze it out a little bit. Also, their job is to convict. If you look at any DA, any prosecutor, anything, the federal government, their bragging rights is such and such percentage conviction rate.
That's right.
Right.
So that means you don't want a 20% conviction rate. That means you trash. They want the high 99%, 90% conviction rate. They're not trying to find out if you're innocent or not. They're trying to get a conviction.
Correct.
The way you speaking on this one particular case, it's clear who they want.
Yes, correct.
It's very clear the person that they want. So you could go. You go home to your kids. You go home to your kids. You go home. This is who we want.
Yep.
And that's okay. And that's justice. Nah, I'm never jacking that.
All I'm hearing is why people highly request Remy Ma to be the co-host on The Breakfast Club. You know what I mean?
Oh, we tried, but Remy wants to know how much we paying.
Put the dollar up.
No, I'm serious. I'm not joking. Remy was like, yeah, well, how much I got?
Serious. Like, hold up. Let me tell you something.
There you go.
Here it is.
I did a lot of stuff in my life. Like, seriously, almost everything. And I thought about it. with this, like, damn, is this one of those situations? Almost everything that was life-changing in my life, I did for free. When I did Annie Up Remix, I was a teenager. I was straight out of high school. I begged my A&R to get me the instrumental. I put my verse on it. I was like, just let them hear it. Changed my life. When I did Lean Back, I didn't even have a record deal. We went in the studio. We was at Cali House in Miami. Stole Joe's verse off of it. Put myself on the song. Changed my life. When I did All the Way Up, I don't even think we signed paperwork to this day. I might have to call Joe. It was just an idea. If it comes out good, we're gonna rock with it. If it don't, nobody will never know we did it. Changed my life. All the little times that I was doing Wendy and stuff like that, they pay me, but they ain't pay me. You know what I'm saying? Changed my life. So I feel like I paid my dues. I did a lot of things. Like, the reason why people request, because I'm really good at what I do.
Absolutely.
So basically,
The Breakfast Club can't change her life, is what you
Right, yeah, right. So if we want to work here, she needs some
so
bread.
they can't change your life, or they need to pay you what you're worth.
But what I say, first of all, I gotta sit here and look at this guy early in the morning.
So you never got paid for none of those classic verses?
I got my publishing because I write my own material, and I got my royalties. But like, as a feature fee, no.
Wow.
And well,
that's a lesson in that.
And then All the Way Up and Lean Back were both my songs. Like, people always say Fat Joe's record, but it's actually, if you ever look, it's Fat Joe and Remy Ma. Like, it's not a feature. But yeah, and I was okay with that.
Yeah.
I was okay with it, and I try to explain to people all the time, like, everything is not about. So when they was calling me about this, I was like, is this one of those situations where I should just do it? Fine, we got something to promote.
Yes. So please, everybody, don't forget to check out Girl in the Closet, which is on Lifetime.
March 11th at 8.
At 8, please.
PM.
Check us out. This
amazing woman and all her talents. Are you going to tell them about your production thing and how you have all these movies that you're doing?
I do have all these movies.
Yeah,
Thank you,
her
Remy.
own. Like she's making them.
I'm behind the scenes.
She hired
too.
me.
You know, yes, I did.
Yes.
We're doing another project together, and then Envy. I can't wait for people to see you this season on.
You play him on camera?
He is my co-host.
Yes.
You got a lot of fun. The act, yes.
Back on Tuesday.
And we were so excited to have him. And let me tell you some of the gems he drops, because people are like, why is he there? You know, like, or whatever. This dude, like, on some for real, like relationship expert, like, here's the truth of how this can happen in your life, what you should do.
Well, he's got experience.
He has experience in it, but that's the best place to speak from, right? Like life experience and the wisdom of all that. And so everybody really loves him.
Gift on that show. I'm playing like it, but I really like be careful.
No. It's good. So yeah, Girl in the Closet.
Girl in the Closet.
All right. Well, thank you guys. It's Tammy Roman. It's Remy Ma.
Yeah.
And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host Porsha Williams joining us.
Hey.
Yeah.
And let's get to the rumors.
This is the Rumor Report.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
Sometimes you say stuff and it's just gonna get you in trouble.
On the Breakfast Club.
Whatever. She don't know my business. I know hers. All right, y'all. All right. And we're going to talk about something that I want to talk about. All right.
Oh, boy. What's that?
Listen, so I love Married to Medicine. Okay, it is a show on Bravo if y'all are not.
I haven't seen it. I've seen it on, but I haven't watched it.
All right, so they're having a huge shakeup. First of all, the cast was already bomb, but now look at this shakeup is absolutely crazy. So Phaedra Parks from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she's not on there currently, but she used to be.
Right.
She is going to be a Married to Medicine cast member, and 2 are leaving. Contessa is leaving, and so is Anila, who was a wife on that show as well.
So is Phaedra married to a doctor?
I don't know. She might be dating a doctor or something like that.
Okay.
But it's a big get for their show because, I mean, it's Phaedra Parks. She's the Reed Queen. And if you know anything, they get down real dirty on that show. Like, they say anything out of their mouth, but they don't have... Doctors! Yes! But they don't have a reader. So my thing is, I feel like for them to get Phaedra, they had to fire 2 wives because she cost.
Oh, they got to pay for it.
Oh yes,
okay.
Oh yes, because the Housewives of Atlanta gets paid more than Married to Medicine. So yeah, you gotta let 2 go to get Phaedra.
I wonder how the doctors feel about having their significant others on this show, though, because can't that reflect off them negatively?
The men on the show are lit too. That's the crazy thing. You would think that they would be all, I don't want to film much.
So they petty and messy and all that.
Speaking of being petty and messy, so there was another woman who's on the show named Quad. Shout out to Quad, my girl. Her ex-husband is newly married, or is he engaged? One of them. What is he? I think he's engaged or something like that. Anyway, his significant other is now going to be a cast member on the show, allegedly, which is crazy.
So he was on the show 1 year with one person.
With Quad, married to
Now he's
Quad.
on the show again with another person.
Now he may be coming back on the show with his new wife, fiance, whatever. And I think that's absolutely crazy because for me, I had my ex-husband come back on the show. My ex came back on the show. But I'd be damned if you're going to come back on the show with a wife. Like, you're not about to do that. That's just too much.
Well, I've made my way without you, ma'am.
What? Excuse me?
I didn't need you to get up on this show.
I need you this time. Okay.
But I feel like the only thing about it is that Quad is bossed up. She lives in a beautiful castle of a house.
Okay.
And I doubt her husband is going to be able to touch that. Her ex-husband is going to be able to touch that. So, yeah, I know y'all don't know much about this, but we ladies care, and this is a shakeup that we've been waiting on, all right?
I believe you.
So the next one is y'all boy Nick Cannon, everybody's favorite baby daddy, I guess. Now, they had teased like a show that he was going to do with Kevin Hart called Who's Having My Baby? Check this out.
You're on a game show right now.
Kevin Hart and Nick Cannon are coming to E! for the mother of all game shows.
Having my baby with Nick Cannon.
You got pyro?
Yeah. You're going to get some contestants that want to have your baby.
We're not kidding around.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Let's go.
Having my baby with Nick Cannon, hosted by Kevin Hart. This spring, only on E!
That's clearly not real, right?
Well.
What's the debut date? April 1st? Come on, Kev and Nick. All right? Come on. I know those guys. All right?
So apparently they were doing just that. They were trolling everybody. So this went crazy yesterday. Everybody's like wondering if it's real or not. It's actually not.
Okay.
This was just like a sketch kind of teaser that they put out there for a completely different show that they're actually going to have together. There are no details on the new show, but it will involve Nick Cannon and Kevin Hart.
And Nick and Kevin would never do nothing that trifling. That'd be a trifling ass show for all the folks that love to complain about what some people call the negative portrayal of women on reality TV. Boy, that would even the odds a lot, wouldn't it?
Well,
a Nick Cannon show looking for his next baby mama.
It'd be
But he
funny
looking
though.
for
It would
him
be
in real
funny.
life?
It'd be trifling.
It'd be funny.
Trifling and fun to watch.
It'd be funny.
Yes.
Yeah, it would. I mean, because it's a real life thing to him. I'm sure he got him lined up. I'm just saying.
How many does he have now?
12.
He said 12.
12?
12 kids.
12
I don't know how many
babies.
baby mamas, but 12 kids.
I thought it was 10.
No, it's 12.
No, he said he snuck 2 in there. I think they come in doubles it now.
Man,
They coming in 2s.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Charlamagne, who you giving that dog a do?
Man, 4 after the hour, man. Let's talk about somebody who absolutely, positively hates love, man. There is a reception venue owner in Florida named Miguel Rodriguez Albusi. I probably got his last name wrong.
I'm sure you did too.
But we'll discuss why he hates love 4 after the hour.
All right. We'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Did you know one word can change everything? Zach Levi returns as Shazam in the new movie Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This film is a must-see event with epic action and a whole lot of fun. March 17th, see Shazam! Fury of the Gods, only in theaters, rated PG-13.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches. Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Somebody bring me a little water, please. Sim, if you available. Somebody, please. Donkey of the day for Wednesday, March 8th goes to Miguel Rodriguez Albizu from the great state of Florida. Now, what does your Uncle Shala always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. See, Miguel Rodriguez Albizu hates love. All right, he despises love. He does, Porsha.
Dang.
He does not like seeing people happy, okay? This Miguel is not the type to adorn you. All right, he is absolutely, positively what one would call the fun police. And a person who is a proud member of the fun police should not own any event venues. Thank you, sir. Especially reception halls. Everyone in this room, okay, is married. All right, Envy's married, Portia's married, I'm married. How important is the reception venue, Porsha?
When you having a wedding, it's everything.
When else would you have a reception, Porsha?
After your death.
Oh, huh?
Yeah, when you die.
I thought that was the repast.
Not what, and it's at a reception hall.
Okay, let's stay focused, though. How important is the reception after a wedding?
It's very important. Mine was very important. I had 2. I had 2. I was at St. Regis and at Four Seasons.
Okay.
And
Jesus.
we went in and it was everything. But if I knew that the owner was bringing that energy of not having love, didn't love, I probably wouldn't have had it there.
Envy, how important is the reception venue to you?
Oh, super duper important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we get down.
The reception sometimes is more important than the actual wedding because there's people you didn't invite to the wedding that you may invite to the reception. The reception is when you...
Absolutely not.
Really?
No, because that's where the alcohol getting served and the food. That's where the money is and the seats.
I definitely have more
just
people at
did
my
this.
reception than the wedding.
You did?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
damn.
But because the reception is where you dance and you drink and you eat, it's the actual celebration of the wedding. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who wish they skipped the ceremony and jumped right to the reception. Right? Let's get to the celebration, baby.
Yeah.
I still got to say I do. You kiss the bride.
Yeah, absolutely.
In front of God.
Absolutely.
And the covenant.
Yeah,
that's right.
And the promise.
Well, Miguel is the owner of a reception venue called CeeLo Farms in Southwest Ranches. And in typical Fun Killer fashion, he decided that he didn't want anyone in his reception venue. But the problem is, this is probably a conclusion you should come to before people actually arrive to the venue for the reception. Let's go to ABC 10 News to hear what happened, please.
This was a mess. Off the top tonight, we begin with a wedding day shocker caught on camera. A couple's special day taking a very dangerous turn when an uninvited guest there shows up with a gun. DJ tells us that man claimed to be the owner of the venue.
And he was apparently trying to shut down the reception early. Instead, he ended up in handcuffs.
The man in this yellow shirt is waving a gun at a newly married couple during their wedding reception at Ciofalo Farms in Southwest Ranches. Wedding guests became frantic as the man yells for everyone to get out as he waves a gun around.
And I look up and there's a gun pointed at me. So at this point, I don't know what to think and I don't know what he's going to do.
Jonathan Campo, the DJ and cousin of the bride, says this began when a owner of the venue tried kicking everyone out before the last song was over. According to jail records, the gun-wielding man is Miguel Albizu. Albizu is facing 9 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill.
That would have made great TV, right, Porsha?
Oh, yeah, and he definitely would have had to shoot a couple of black folks, especially if it was electric slide. Like, we're not going to stop. You're going to have to shoot me off the dance floor because that's the main part of the reception.
Right. Especially if I pay for it.
Exactly.
I ain't leaving till my time is up.
Baby, that's it.
Who you think would have did something like that at your reception, Porsha?
What, a gun?
Yeah.
The person that comes to your reception with a gun was sleeping with the husband or the wife, period. Ain't nobody just coming in there with a gun. And this story really escalated quickly. You buried the lead on that. Like, damn. You came to shoot the people out of there? Can we get the name of this place?
It's called Ciofalo Farms in Southwest Ranches. Listen,
we done.
in life, we make choices. And getting married in Florida is a choice. Okay? And those choices come with consequences. All right? This right here is a consequence of getting married in Florida. Everything could go good, but then again, everything can end with you getting chased out your own reception at gunpoint. Now, it's very important to note that the bride rented the venue until 11:30 p.m., and this nut ass pulled his pistol out and ordered the event to be shut down by around 10:50. So he's already in breach of contract. Easy lawsuit, easy win. Not to mention, as you heard in the news report, he's been charged with 9 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. That has to be a typo. Without intent to kill?
It's gotta be.
Yes. Because anytime you pull a pistol out and point it at people, we should believe your intent is to kill. Even if that wasn't your intent. Because what other intent is there?
Yeah,
right?
why you got it out?
Exactly.
I'm sure they said maybe scare people, point it in the air.
Yeah, but guns are weapons of mass destruction. He was actually pointing the gun at people.
Yeah, he could have hit somebody on the head with it.
Absolutely. Now, this is the type of reaction, as Porsha said, I expect from someone who is at a wedding and decides to answer the call when the pastor says, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Amen.
You know, Miguel was indeed holding his peace, but, you know, what were you against in this moment, Miguel? If you wanted them to leave, you couldn't wait until 11:30. It was 10:50. All right, when you decided to potentially turn a reception into a repast, what was the rush? It was about to be over.
This is why you got to have security. Like,
Yes.
I had
At your
so
wedding?
much. What? I had so much security in my wedding. Like, no, I was not playing around at all.
Did you invite everybody, or even your nemesis on the show and all that?
Well, one nemesis I didn't, but yeah, I invited a lot
Who
of
didn't
people.
you invite?
They're not necessarily my nemesis at this particular moment.
But back then they were.
Back then they were. I mean, I didn't necessarily extend an invite because, okay, let me tell you something. We were talking about how important is the reception. Well, the ceremony is very important.
Yes.
My husband and I wanted to make sure that whoever was in that room, whoever we made eye contact with, that those were going to be our village people.
Okay.
So I didn't want anybody there, whether if I hadn't talked to you in a year, then you're not going to come. And that
Gotcha.
included some family members too. So no Kenya, there was no charade. Even though I like these girls, both of them are cool with me. It's just I didn't have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't have it. Nene was there, Kim was there, Candy was there, full support. So yeah, just people who I'm connected to.
Makes sense.
Well, Miguel was not a village person. Okay, so please give Miguel Rodriguez Albizu the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Yeah, he did donkey.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day.
Hey!
All right.
That's crazy. Porsha thought Kenya would shoot up her reception. That's wild.
That's crazy.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
We're not going viral.
Who
Okay?
said that?
All right. Well, let's open up the phone lines.
Speaking of marriage.
City Girls up or what?
Speaking of marriage.
Play me some City Girls joints.
You know I love me the City Girls. It is International Women's Day. You know I love me some JT and Young Miami. Okay?
Can we play something?
Well, we got questions.
Turn up a little bit. There we go. Now, what's the question you got?
What that headline say, Porsha?
All right, so the headline says, Young Miami explains. Young Sim said it again. I drank this coffee.
You said Young Miami.
Young Miami. This coffee got my lips moving faster than my tongue. Young Miami explains why she doesn't want to get married despite Diddy wedding hints.
We have that audio?
No, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married because I feel like men are not faithful. And if I get married, that means I'm giving my life away to you. So that means like I want to be with you for the rest of my life. And if I take everything personal, that's for one. So if I'm with you and you step out on me and you know, like I'm never going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. I would never forget. And I just feel like if my husband cheat on me, I'm going to kill him.
Damn it.
Like, I'm going to bury you. For real. Because, like, now you embarrass me. I'm hurt. I'm never going to get over it. And, like, now I can never look at you the same. So, no.
Now, everything Young Miami is saying is valid except for the killing part.
The killing part, yeah. The killing
part.
You know
what I'm saying?
Wait, why is that's the most valid thing she said? Excuse me. What?
You don't have to kill them just because they cheated.
I think she means figuratively.
Okay.
But F around and find out though. Like, don't do that. Don't cheat on your wife. Like, I'm gonna need you to be for real when you step across that.
Well, when she says never forget, it made me think, right? But what if the person you allegedly want to marry are all of these people that could potentially marry you? Never forget your city girl ways, because her city girl ways have been broadcasted for everyone to see.
Like what?
Right?
What part?
I mean, it's one thing in the music,
I'll take your man.
All that, yeah, you know what I mean? You material girl, you doing things for the money, blah, blah, blah. But the peed on.
Okay, you're really hung up on that.
Now, I'm just saying. I played Porsha the whole clip. Porsha never heard the clip.
Right.
Can we play that clip?
You got the clip? The whole clip? Yeah,
It say take a shot if you like golden showers. I do.
Are you everywhere? You like it?
I just like it.
You do? Freak of the week. I'm gonna be honest. I've never had a golden shower. I've given one. Oh, is that the same thing as or?
Yeah, they say that. I don't know, but I don't had to go to shower and I like it.
I'm all about trying new things.
It's fun.
Yeah,
like, you know when you drunk and you just
they just all over your body.
You just like your butt,
and then y'all still have sex after.
It depends. Like you can me in the shower, you can me like once you me. Like it just depends.
I'm glad we got Big P here this morning. Big P is here.
So what you thought?
How difficult is it for a city girl to get married if folks have a perception of you because of stuff like that? Big P.
P is in Porsha. Let's be very clear. We're talking about PP. So let's just clear that right on up first, okay?
Wait, hold on. Let's do this when we come back. 800-585-1051. What is the question?
How difficult is it for a city girl to get married when you know things like this about them?
So erase the Carfax.
You don't have to erase it. Some people might accept it. I just want to know how difficult would it be for someone to marry a city girl. That's
okay. We'll talk about it when we come back. P's gonna be talking about peace, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club, and happy International Women's Day. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Oh Lord.
Who run the world, girls? We're celebrating all the ladies. We run this mother. It's the Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest host, Porsha Williams, joining us. And we're talking, what are we talking?
We're talking city girls, you know what I'm saying? Because the good sister, Young Miami, she says she doesn't want to get married, because men aren't faithful. Can we hear that clip, Red?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married because I feel like men are not faithful. And if I get married, that means I'm giving my life away to you. So that means like I want to be with you for the rest of my life. And if I take everything personal, that's for one. So if I'm with you and you step out on me and you know, like I'm never going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. I would never forget. And I just feel like if my husband cheat on me, I'm going to kill him. Like, I'm going to bury you. For real. Because, like, now you embarrass me. I'm hurt. I'm never going to get over it. And, like, now I can never look at you the same. So, no.
And it just made me wonder because she said things like, I'll never forget if a man cheated on me. But what if a man never forgets your city girl ways? You know what I mean? What if a man never forgets all the times he's heard you, rap about wanting money for poom poom and other things? And I don't mind it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What if a man can't forget you saying you wanted to get peed on?
So you don't mind it if you weren't married and you were dating a woman that said I got peed on before, dudes peed on me.
Well, I'm grown. I know everybody has a past. You know what I'm saying?
So that answer
I'm
is
just
you wouldn't
saying.
have a problem
I'm
with
just
it.
saying.
But that's the kind of man who would get married, though. I think
Yeah.
you thinking about a dude who still want to be in the streets.
Okay.
But by the time a dude gets ready to settle down, he's willing to clean up and make that HOE into a housewife. He don't care.
Okay.
He don't care about that.
Okay.
It's the ones who are still out there who are like, oh, I don't want you to be doing this. I'm worried about your past, because they think she could still go back. But most men know that if you are treating a woman right, she will just open up to you like a flower. She will be faithful to you. She will become a woman. Most husbands don't find wives because they're not husband material. If you prepare yourself and you are walking out your door as a husband, you'll meet a wife. If you're a man to a woman, she'll woman up.
But
That's
don't a
how it
city girl
works.
have to do that too, though? Doesn't a city girl have to prepare herself to be a city wife?
She's already in her. She probably just having fun. I don't necessarily take Miami as a person who is saying she just wants to be out there, because listen to what she's saying the other side. She says she's very sensitive. She carries everything on her heart. She carries her heart on her sleeve.
Gotcha.
And we already know that she has some type of possible open relationship with Diddy. But what she's saying is he must have, or if he does lie to her about who he's sleeping with, then she's going to get mad. So she's cool if she is in on it, but if she's not, then she gets upset.
On a scale of 1 to Young Miami, what kind of city girl were you, Porsha?
Me? I mean, Young Miami, I don't know where she is. You seem to think that her being peed on means like she's so extreme.
No, I'm just saying, I know that would be a lot for some men to accept, is all I'm saying.
Even for women, if you knew that your husband liked to get peed on and got peed on by a bunch of different girls and spoke about it, would you feel away?
That he peed on them, or
No,
they peed
they
on
peed
him?
on him.
No, I don't want him getting peed on.
See, it's the same.
Why can't you accept what I'm
a city
saying?
boy.
Why can't you
He's
accept a man
changed.
getting peed on?
He's not, he's a
wanna
city
see-
man now.
You see what I'm saying now?
Honestly, if that was a fetish of his, I would have a problem with that. That's me personally.
Because you wouldn't talk to him when you got to that point when you found out, you wouldn't even continue with the relationship.
Because then if I pee before bed and I ain't got nothing left, you might leave in the morning and let somebody else pee on you.
Damn.
Like, I just don't, it's just too much.
Why you don't believe in urine therapy? Urine therapy is good for you. It's like a miracle drug.
Yeah, I'm with Porsha.
And
If
I've already
somebody's
asked-
running around talking I like to get peed on and then I'm dating them, I just wouldn't feel the way. It would feel funny because I know I would think every time you
Urine
have
can
sex,
treat-
somebody peed on you.
Urine can treat allergies, acne, heart problems, infections,
Are
wounds,
these the
pink
benefits
eye.
to a golden
That pink
shower?
eye thing is not true.
It's absolutely
You
true.
don't know that's not true.
What,
Come
that
on,
it
we
would
from
do
the
what?
South,
It'll
Porsha.
give you pink eye?
No,
or-
he says
It
it
cures
clears your
pink
pink
eye.
eye. So if they get pink eye, they pee in their hand and wipe
But you
it.
got pink eye from a booty. So now y'all got two different areas involved.
Now,
This is too
now
much.
nobody can eat bunkie?
Huh?
Why you can't eat bunkie?
So you wouldn't be with a girl who told you that she ate bunkie?
God dang. So, yes, I would.
No. See, now that's just not gonna work.
So so you're proving my point.
If a dude tried to approach me before I got married, and he told me he used to eat bunkie. Okay. I'm not gonna deal with
Porsha,
you.
if he ate your bunkie, he ate some other bunkie before, I'm sure.
Now my bunkie special. Like, this is a different bunkie. This
So
is your average bunkie.
You think that's the first bunkie he ever ate?
Yes, it was the first.
That's what your
bunkie.
husband told you? He African.
First of all,
what does that mean?
I know that. I know he eat
Nigerian.
bunkie. Same different Nigerian. I know he eat bunkie.
Nigerian.
Okay.
But what
You know,
I'm
eating
saying,
bunkie was invented in Nigeria.
that's absolutely not
Google
true.
it.
He said Google it. Cite your sources. Let's go to the phone lines, man. You are crazy.
Here you go.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, my name's Jenny.
Hey, Jenny. Good morning. What's your thoughts?
Good morning. I'm on my way to my medical marijuana renewal appointment.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Okay.
So I'm kind of upset by this topic because I feel like these girls are young girls living their lives, doing their thing, and because they're open and honest about it, when the time comes for them to look into marriage, men are going to judge them from their youth.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know they are.
That's how I feel.
I don't know why we acting like they wouldn't.
I don't know. I've been married 24 years, and I was a hoe back in the day.
What kind of hoe?
Okay.
Let's talk. What kind of hoe?
Speak on it.
Now, what kind of hoe?
I was
now?
young. I had fun. I did what I wanted to do.
Did you get
Because I was
peed on,
young
though?
and single.
Did you get...
It's okay for men to be young and single and do what they want to do.
But it's interesting because you actually used the word hoe. You said I was a hoe back in the day.
But you're not worried about the whole part. Ma'am, did you get peed on?
That's right.
Did you get peed on?
What I was back in the day is what I was.
Hold on, Big P is asking you
No,
a question
if
about
I'm
pee.
married now, if my husband cheated on me now, I feel like she did. I want
What
to
about
kill
the
him.
pee, though?
Hold on, Porsche got a question for you.
Somebody in
I've
here
been married
asked,
24 years.
Somebody in here said, did you get peed on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you eat bunkie?
Did I get what?
Did you eat?
Did you eat bunkie?
No, not prior to marriage.
Not prior. Okay. Porsha said if you eat
But I've
bunkie,
been
you're
married
not eligible
24
for marriage.
years, you know.
Porsha said if you eat bunkie, you're not eligible for marriage.
No, but let's go.
Okay, but look, when I was young, I'm 50 years old. Things are different.
I want to go back to her first point.
50 years old.
She has a great point, and I like what she's saying. And what she's saying is that just because these girls are being open with their sexuality and where they are right now, still young, why are they being judged? By the time they get to our big age and be ready to get married, everybody got a track record.
I agree.
You
but
nasty
That's
too,
right.
but you want to be settled down.
But
you
everybody's
know.
track record ain't public is all I'm saying. And sadly, it's not right that they're being judged, but they will be.
You should wish everybody's record was public, because the most quiet people running around here looking all sweet, these little girls who are in church or whatever like that.
I agree.
Them the ones that's really running them through.
Those are the ones getting peed on eating bunkie.
Oh my goodness. 800-585-1051. Can city girls get married? Can they get their Carfax deleted? Fellas, do you mind? Let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Talk about it. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Porsha Williams, our guest host, is here, and we found out today if you have a past where it involves pee or eating bunkie, Porsha ain't messing with you.
Nah. She kind of feel a way about the pee, but eating bunkie is a no-go.
Oh, absolutely no.
She said you are not eligible for marriage if you ever eaten bunkie.
Keep your lips to yourself.
God dang, Porsha, that ain't fair, man.
No, it is. It is. It is.
I think that's the same equivalent of pee.
The front
Everybody
and the
got
back?
different kinks.
So you think the front and the back is the same?
I ain't saying
Oh,
that.
okay. 'Cause you need to
I'm just saying everybody got different kinks.
The only thing is, right?
Because you even wipe in different directions for that. So if you got to go in different directions,
Yeah.
it's two different things.
Hello, who's this?
Nicole from Tampa.
Hey, Nicole from Tampa.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, what's going on? Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your thoughts, Mama?
I don't think it should be that difficult, honestly. Like, it's people portrayed. Like, people forgetting Lil' Kim and Trina found love. Trina engaged right now. That's the era I come from.
Trina not married?
She engaged.
But she engaged.
Oh, she engaged? Okay.
So you like, it is what it is. That was their past.
Lil' Kim
They
not
move
married
on.
either. And it was
Right.
She was.
I think the past is stay the past with anybody.
I agree with you. I'm just saying that, we do know that some of these things will be held against
But
us.
let me tell you something old school. So my mom always told me, don't be talking about your girlfriends in front of your man, right? This is before I got married. So let's say I got a boyfriend, and let's say one of my friends is good and nasty, okay? She is the president of
The Nasty Club.
The Nasty Club, right?
President of the
And
Club.
I go to my dude and I'm like, she's so nasty. She always let her boyfriend pee on her. She like to do the bunky doom thing. She said that's the very girl who your man gonna double back and probably try to cheat with.
Hey.
Because you steady talking about what's nasty about her. That man could like that.
Yeah.
You talking about how nasty she
That's
kiss
true.
and how it's drool, and he may like that. So these men like nasty girls.
You said how much drool? Hello, who's this?
What's up, man? From the east side of
The east side of what?
Detroit.
So let me ask you, how difficult is it for a city girl to get married, bro?
She gonna get married. She damn sure gonna get married. They got a different ethic out here, and I'll marry her too. If I was single and know it down.
Okay. So you don't mind somebody getting peed on, eating bunkie?
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna be all over.
Bye, man. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's your name, Mama?
Man, people are crazy.
Asia Jones.
Hey, Asia
good morning.
Jones.
What's your thoughts, Asia?
Oh, my thoughts. City girls need to change their entire perspective before they even think about getting married. Because men are vain as hell and require women to do a lot. To have children, to take care of the home, to take care of them, to be their mama, their doctor, their nurse, their cook. City girls don't do all that shit.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I know that guys have that perception. They have a perception of the city girl aura, is what I'm saying.
How about the fact?
Right. So if they want it, they gotta take it.
But what about the fact that most guys think that when they get married, they're not gonna have a lot of sex? So if you marry a city girl, you got your very own freak right there in the house with you.
Well,
that's a benefit.
Well, that is the devil on your shoulder. Either you want one thing or the other.
I think men are delusional because men want the freak, right? But they don't want they don't want to think that their woman was ever a freak with anybody else.
That is true.
They want them to believe that she just learned all of this when she got with you.
See, but that's the problem. But that's what I said. If you didn't know and you didn't hear her say it, you'd be okay with it. But when you hear her say it, I think most dudes will visualize every time you're in bed that somebody else is peeing.
That's it.
Or mad dudes and pee.
That's it.
I think y'all speaking from an insecure place. I think y'all are thinking that you would marry a city girl and that she would still be creeping. That's not the case.
No, but that's what you said too. You said if you knew a guy was eating butt, you wouldn't mess with him because you would think of him eating butt every time.
No, I don't want to smell his mouth. They fingers stink, they mouth stink.
Whoa,
It's just a whole nother. I don't want nothing.
I can brush
about
my teeth and wash my hands.
Oh, so you're the bunkie eater.
I definitely eat bunkie.
Ah!
And I'm married.
What's wrong with eating bunkie?
Did I touch y'all today?
What is you talking about? Why are you
Nasty.
judging, Porsha? This is crazy.
Your man eat your butt?
Guys, that is nasty.
That man's last name is Guabadia. I know he eat Guabadia. I know he eat bunkie with a last name like that. You ain't gonna tell me otherwise.
Ooh, y'all nasty up in here.
He ain't did that yet? Give him a minute.
I ain't gonna win.
He don't want to do it fast. He ain't want to wait.
It's still new.
Give him some time. He's still acting like he ain't never did it before.
Yeah.
I never did this to anybody.
About 4 or 5 years in, he's gonna be she'll be like, all right. We got rumors on the way. What we talking about? Give us a little tease.
Oh, I'm like thrown off. Okay, wait a minute. All right. So Deborah Lee is speaking out. She is telling her truth in all of it. She ain't holding nothing back.
All right. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our co-host, our guest co-host, Porsha Williams.
I'm here.
And let's get to the rumors. Let's go.
All right.
This is the Rumor Report.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
Sometimes you say stuff and it's just gonna get you in trouble.
On The Breakfast Club.
Whatever. She don't know my business. I know hers. All right, let's get into it. So, former CEO of BET, Deborah Lee, is opening up. And I can appreciate what she's saying. I love when women in power speak their truth and stand on it. So, she is telling the story about an early affair that she had in her career and how it affected her. Take a listen to how it started.
You know, I worked for Bob Johnson for 10 years before we had a personal romantic relationship, and he was a mentor, and he's responsible for a lot of my success. We did have a relationship while we were both married. We ended up both divorced, and then people knew about the relationship. It came, and I wanted to break up. I saw it wasn't a long-term relationship, and it was like, well, if you want to break up with me, then you can leave tomorrow. And that was, 20 years into my career at BET, so I would have lost everything. I would have lost my ability maybe to get another job, because if I couldn't get a reference for the person I worked for 20 years, how do I explain that? And by that time I was a single mother with 2 children.
Damn. So she said if she left Bob, she would be fired from BET.
Right.
That's what Bob told her, right?
Yes,
Allegedly.
they both were married.
Wow.
Started the affair. It became public. But what I want to make clear, I think some people are missing online, is that she had been working with him closely for 10 years. So she was very accomplished by the time the affair started. And what happened after that, he decided, look, if you're going to leave me, you got to walk away from your position that you worked so hard for. And so she definitely is expressing this now as a form of harassment. Check this one out.
So it was a tough time, and I didn't have anyone to talk to about it because I didn't have female role models. There weren't a lot of women ahead of me. So it was a dark time, and what saved me was therapy. And eventually Bob left the company and I became CEO. And I was CEO for 13 years without him being there, and I was able
a lot of success.
Right. And to live my dream and without, any form of harassment. So I guess after Me Too and Time's Up, I wanted women to know there's other kind of harassment. It's not all a man coming to the door in a robe.
I mean, those 2 individuals are media legends, man. Deborah Lee and Bob Johnson. Deborah Lee helped to make BET what it is today. The fact that it was sold for that kind of money, what was it, $3 billion? $3 billion back in the day, which made Bob Johnson, America's first black billionaire. She had a lot to do with that. So that's heartbreaking to hear.
But look how powerful it is that she was inspired to write this book and tell this story on the backs of the Me Too movement, regular women who were speaking out influenced a woman of power like her to also share her story. Now, she wants
What's the name of the book? I want to read the book.
Yeah, she's about to tell you why she wrote it, and then we'll tell you the name of the book.
People see me come out on stage once a year at the BET Awards, and I didn't like doing that. I also talk in the book about how I'm an introvert and pretty shy, but I came out so that our audience knew a black woman ran the network, and that was making a huge statement. And I still have young girls come up to me and say, you know, you're an example, Miss Lee, thank you. I have young black men come up to me and say, Miss Lee, thank you for what you did for the culture. And it always warms my heart. So again, I wanted people to know my whole story, that it's not all glamorous.
You think Bob Johnson's going to respond to any of this?
He shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't.
He really shouldn't.
I mean, there's two sides to the story.
Well, but this is not his moment, and this is her POV. And I think we need to normalize people giving their story truthfully, even though she did name him, which most people don't. Even though she named him, let her speak her truth and let it sit there.
Oh, that'll never happen. Not when because if you're an individual, in his mind, if he says, okay, that's not true, he's definitely going to respond.
Well, the thing is, you, as a superior at a workplace, you're not allowed to, quote unquote, to talk to anybody, any of your employees. You know?
Yeah, but these guys and women are triple OGs. You think they care about telling the truth?
That is true. Now, like, what can
they don't.
How can it affect them now? Yeah,
you
right.
wouldn't even think she had to. Now, you asked what the name of the book is. It's called I Am Deborah Lee, and I think a lot of people are wondering, like, okay, this is something we probably didn't have to know. You could have gone ahead and taken this to the grave.
It's our story, though.
But I feel like it is very empowering for her to tell this story because nobody's perfect. You know, anybody could be judging her. Oh, she was sleep with someone who's married, blah, blah. Forget that. You know, she's a successful woman. She pushed it to the side and she actually rose above it no matter what, regardless.
Absolutely.
Of it. Yeah.
Right. And that's what happened when you open Pandora's box, too. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. So here we have a beautiful story. Now, today, again, is International Women's Day, and this is about...
We got to do that. We got to do it when we come back.
Oh.
We got to pay some bills, top of the hour. We'll do that when we come back.
Oh, I thought the bills were already paid.
No. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. The People's Choice Mix is up next.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Did you know one word can change everything? Zach Levi returns as Shazam in the new movie Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This film is a must-see event with epic action and a whole lot of fun. March 17th, see Shazam! Fury of the Gods, only in theaters, rated PG-13. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Porsha Williams, our guest host, is here. Now, you were saying something before I cut you off, before we had to pay some bills to get to the mix. What were you saying?
Yeah, and how dare you interrupt International Women's Day announcement?
I'm sorry.
That's all Envy does is interrupt women.
No, I'm not stopping now.
Stop
Hold on now.
That's your job. That's what you do.
You might get ganged up on today because we own it. I want to talk about Halle Bailey. I love her.
That's my cousin.
You're lying.
No, for real.
Like a sixth cousin.
Salute to Halle and Chloe.
Cousin, past cousins.
Now he wouldn't claim the blood because she a mermaid.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like them. They always come out the woodworks. But she is our new mermaid in the animated series, which I cannot wait for my daughter to see. My little
baby.
It's
not animated. It's live action.
Excuse me. It's early in the morning. Okay, live action. But she has a doll. They have a little mermaid doll now. Now listen to this little video that she put out.
Today, I have something really exciting to reveal to you all. I am gonna cry. This is the new Little Mermaid doll. I am literally choking up because this means so much to me, and to have one that looks like me, that's my favorite Disney character, is very surreal. And look, she even has my mole, and the hair, and the tail, the bottom of it can be in the water. I'm just stunned, so I don't quite know what to do with it, but I'm gonna steal this and take it home and hide it forever.
Oh, that's too cute.
I gotta get that.
I think this is so special. Representation does matter,
Absolutely.
all right? And, I'm raising a little black girl. And, of course, I grew up on the regular, little white mermaid, which was fine. It's all great. But it is beautiful to be able to see one with dreadlocks and the doll matches her. It's
Absolutely.
just great to spread it amongst.
All my daughters ask, why isn't this doll brown? Because they're so used to their brown dolls.
Yeah.
And they're so used to seeing brown representation on TV because that's what they watch. That's what me and my wife, not make them watch, but that's what we turn on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like when they don't see a brown doll, they wonder, like, why isn't this doll brown? Why isn't this doll? Every time.
Wow.
Yeah, well, and that's how it is in my house too. Well, she actually has all kind of dolls, but I definitely have books that talk about her hair.
Yep.
I actually had to deal with that the other day. My daughter, I normally put extensions in her hair when she wears braids, and I wanted to like maintain the moisture in her scalp, so I took the hair out. And when she looked at it, she was looking like, I want the longer braids, and I was like, let's go read your book about hair. And I read her the book, and it talked about different textures of hair, etc. Because you always want to reinforce the natural beauty that they have.
Right.
So again, representation does matter, and I appreciate them for making this doll and making it such a big thing. And if you mad, stay mad.
Your daughter
it is
4,
what
right?
It is. Yeah, she's 4. She'll be 4 March 22nd.
You should let her watch Tab Time on
Tab
YouTube
Time.
with Tabitha Brown.
Yes, I love her.
Oh man, the little girls love Tab Time.
Okay, I definitely will.
So who's doing the baby's hair while you here?
I got it done before I left.
Okay, all right,
I got
cool.
it done before I left.
Because Daddy don't know how to do no hair, does he?
Daddy doesn't know how to do her hair, but Daddy is big on her hair being done.
Okay.
Yeah,
I try. I do the ponytail, but it's just all over the place. It's to the right. It's to the left. My kids.
But you try.
I try.
And that's so cute.
I
if
try.
you video, you get 1 million likes.
When we come back, we got the positive notice to Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Porsha Williams is here. It's time for a positive note.
Yes, but first I want to tell y'all, man, make sure you go get your tickets for the Black Effect Podcast Festival happening April 22nd in ATL, Atlanta at Pullman Yards. It's a day of music and food. You can come see some of your favorite podcasts like the 85 South Show, Horrible Decisions, Reasonably Shady, checking in with Michelle Williams, the Big Facts Podcast, and a host of others. And it's all hosted by myself and Just Hilarious Official, man. So make sure you check us out April 22nd, Pullman Yards in Atlanta. Go to Ticketmaster or wherever you buy tickets and go to blackeffect.com for more info. What you got
Porsha
over
got
there,
something
Porsha?
else.
What that is?
The other day it was bed sheets. Now what's this, Porsha?
Well, today, y'all know I have another company, and
Okay.
it's, International Women's Day. Let's celebrate my black business, okay, as a woman. GoNakedHair.com. We are coming out with flat irons, and so I have brought them for your wives.
Wow.
And for
Now,
our
this is a
female
gift.
staff here, we have a lot of female staff here, so I have brought some for them as well.
Porsha, I'm going to tell you something.
And they're professional grade.
There's
You're gonna
people
love
that bring gifts in here, but you done bought some good ass gifts.
he bought some good gift,
You
yes.
bought sheets and flat irons. I got 4 daughters.
Oh, so I need to
4
give you
black
more.
little princesses.
I got 4 daughters too, so this is perfect.
And bed sheets, you done gave us some stuff that we can use. Thank you, Porsha.
I got you.
Go ahead,
And
Porsha.
So I'm gonna actually ship y'all more Go Naked Hair flat irons for
thank
your
you.
daughters, for your wife and your
And it
daughters,
gets
so
up
they
to
can share.
480 degrees Fahrenheit?
Absolutely.
God
It's professional.
damn.
What that mean? I don't know what that means. You don't know what that means either.
That's gonna burn.
What that mean?
That's gonna burn some necks. That's gonna burn the back of some
Yeah,
necks.
you're gonna have to blow that while you pull it down.
Man.
You gotta blow that while you comb it down.
Man,
Jesus.
But enjoy it. Thank
you.
y'all. I'm glad to
How
be
can
here
people
with
get this? How
y'all.
can people buy this if they want to order this?
You just go to GoNakedHair.com, and we also have Instagram, Go Naked Hair. It's not on the website yet, but I'm premiering it today on the Breakfast Club, so I'm very, very excited.
Has an
about
LCD
it.
display?
Yes. It's very luxurious.
It's easy
And-
touch?
Yes.
I'm tripping that to get up to 480
An
degrees
8-foot
Fahrenheit.
tangle free cord? You don't even know what that means. What
I
does that mean?
know exactly what
What
that
does it
means.
mean?
That means it gets hot.
Thank you.
And it got the auto off safety features. So if it gets too hot.
But I got an 8-foot cord too,
Yeah.
so it got a long cord. You ain't got a little short cord.
Wow.
I love y'all so much.
All right. Well, make sure you go get it again. It is Go Naked Hair. And you got a positive note?
Yes, the positive note is this, man. Growth is scary, healing is hard. It means giving up decades of a personal mindset that was inherited for generations, but refusing to make the necessary changes. This means you're going to live a lifetime of pain.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?